Folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, and we're bringing you what else but Labyrinth turn number 7. So it just, I've made some rules errors and stuff along the way, and most of the rules errors that I've made have benefited the U.S. player. But to look at the board, you wouldn't believe that. I mean, it has been. This is a tough game. So, and obviously some of it's due to my inexperience, but so let's just look at our starting hand of cards for the U.S. I mean, you don't look at the jihadis. They're played face. You keep them face down and you just play them off the top. But look at that. This is a whole. So we've got all of these jihadi cards, and this is going to be a bad turn for me. So let's just see how this plays out. So let's go with the jihad action phase number 1. Yep, look at that. They get one too. How about that? All right, so here we have Somali pirates. Play of Somalia or Yemen under Islamist rule. Yes, you can see right here that Somalia is under Islamist rule. So they've found a vacuum. The jihadis have found a vacuum, and guess what? Nature hates a vacuum, so they have filled that vacuum up. Since the U.S. or any stable government or any kind of government didn't want to do anything here in Somalia, guess what? The Islamists did. While either country is under Islamist rule, no end of turn funding drop. That's not good. So basically that just means that they're going to get more. They're about ready. We're about ready to only be drawing 7 cards, but now that's not going to happen because funding is not going to drop as long as we have Islamist rule in Somalia. All right, so let's find our chit. What is that? Pirates. There we go, right there. Pirates funding, no -1. So what I will do is I will put that right there to remind myself that funding doesn't drop. I guess it could be worse, right? I could have recruited more cells or something, I'm sure. Let's find out what the next card does for us. Oh, that's a good one. Man, it seems like all the jihadi cards, I got 4. How many do I have in my hand? I think I have 5. Yeah, I have 5. They've just played 2, so that's 7 of the 16 cards so far, so not quite half yet. Let's see. What do we do? No, yeah, we'll just play this event. Test Lebanon, shift Syria to adversary. So Syria goes to, they're already there. And worsen its government 1 level. Okay, well. So Syria is now poor. So we have to test Lebanon. All right, what do we do? We're testing. Where's Lebanon? All right, so Lebanon doesn't need to be. Actually, I think we still need to test Lebanon. Yeah, I think we still test them, even though they're already. Well, they're going to stay. They stay poor anyway. So, well, the governance stays poor. So no change there in Lebanon. And that is it for that. And we remove the card. Doesn't matter because we're only going through the green deck once anyway. So, all right, let's see. Place a sell in the UK. I don't want to do that. Place a sell each in Central Asia and Afghanistan. I don't want to do that. Select 3 countries without cells. Test them. Recruit 1 in each. I don't want to do that. Play if non-Islamist rule country has a cell. Replace the cell with any 2 available plots. I don't want to do that. Al Jazeera. Play if Saudi Arabia or an adjacent country has troops. Shift the country 1 box toward adversary. I don't want to do that because I'm trying real hard to get the Gulf states to good. Trying real hard to do that. I'd like to get them to good as well. So I definitely don't want to play that. That one, terrible. All right, let's see what we got going on. Well, we're going to have to... I don't want to place a cell in the United Kingdom. That's definitely going to be a bad thing. Ugh. All of these are awful. Every single one of these is awful. All right, after looking at this, so placing a cell, I don't think, so if I look at my funding track, my funding is here, so that means I can only draw cells from here or here. So I think I might get over on that because it looks like the jihadis are running out of money. That's kind of what that represents, right? Is they're running out of money. So I think I can play this. I think I will try. Let's try again to get these Gulf states to good. So I need to roll. Actually, you know what? So I'm at a -1. I need to get my prestige up. So I will... Let's look at this real quick. Nope. Nope, I don't like either one of those. That one ignores funding, so that one, that one will happen no matter what. Let's do this so that we can... Let's not do homegrown. We won't do homegrown. We'll do jihadist videos. So we will select 3 countries without cells, test them, recruit once in each, ignoring funding. Place cadre in each country that does not receive a cell. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what the results are here in a second. All right, so I've just hit my camera. Sorry about that. I've just done the jihadist videos. So I selected 3 countries. I selected Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Syria. So without cells. I tested all of them. Their governance didn't change. They were poor to begin with, and they stayed poor. I recruited in each one of them. The recruit roll was unsuccessful on all of them. You have to roll lower than a 3. I did not roll lower than a 3, so instead of getting cells, they get cadre. So cadre is almost like having a cell. So. Oh, that was my... I think wasn't that my first play? Yes, that was just my first card. Oh my gosh. But I get the 3 ops. My 3 ops I wanted to let's just remove a cell. These guys are no longer sleepers, so I'll be able to, if I disrupt again, I'll be able to get rid of both of those. So that does that. I gain 1 prestige. So now my prestige is back to medium. I need to do the War of Ideas. To get there, by having my War of Ideas, I don't get the -1 penalty. I did get no penalty. I need to get it up here, but man, it's next to impossible to do that. Because to shift to good is a -1 penalty as it stands. So I got 1 more card to play. These are all just not even options. Mm-hmm. All right, I think. All right, let's play this one. I'm going to play this to the reserves because I want to be able to use some other stuff. I want to be able to disrupt again. So I think I'm going to play this to the reserves. Place a cell in Central Asia and Afghanistan. I only have one cell available. So we'll go 1 to 3. It goes to Central Asia. So it's going to Central Asia. I cannot place another cell. So I think what happens is radicalization. Let me give my 2 reserves. I think I will do because I can't recruit anymore. So if you can't, so you do that, and then that, and then that, and then there's no cell to place. So I think it goes to radicalization, which goes here. So basically says with all unused ops. So I used one op they used one op to recruit the cell. So then I do this. First op automatically places one cell into a random country if track has any cells. Can't do that. Next op automatically travels one cell. So now we're going to travel a cell. So I will travel from Somalia, and then I will travel to country with besieged regime, then regime change, and then aid. Well, that looks like we're going to Afghanistan. I can't get these freaking dudes out of Afghanistan. So when you travel, you automatically flip. You go back to sleeper. So I can't get them out of Afghanistan. So that was it. So that was my turn. I used my 2 cards. There's no plots. I have 2 reserves. All right. I haven't been tracking that, but whatever. Let's go. What do we got? All right. Oop. Test Yemen. If jihadists shift 1 box. Okay, what do we got? It is a playable non-US event. Yes. Does it recruit cells? No. We will play the event. It is unassociated, and then we'll go from there. Test Yemen. Shift 1 box toward adversary and place besiege regime. So we're going to test Yemen. Yemen is... I know where Yemen is in real life, but these boxes aren't in the exact spots. So let's test Yemen. One to 4 is poor. Ooh, look at that. Fair. That doesn't happen for me very often. So Yemen is fair. Place marker at neutral. So we are a neutral ally. Shift 1 box toward adversary if you're the jihadist. So they are a fair adversary. So that means that goes to 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3. No, I think that one was the... So it looks like we have 3. We'll go back to 3. Poor Islamist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So now we are correct. Then can we do a major jihad anywhere? No. You need to have at least 5 cells. Is there a jihad possible in a good or fair country? All right, so it looks like It looks like I'm confused. I don't know exactly. I don't even know what I was doing. That was the jihadi card. So what did I do? Let's back this up, man. I hate this. So we did Yemen. Oh, I'm going by the flow chart because this is an unassociated event. So then we go to jihad possibilities. There's no cells available, so now we'll travel. That's what I was doing. So I'm going to travel from Somalia again. And it's going to go to Afghanistan. Jesus, man. Ugh. So that was card number 1 for the jihadis. Card number 2. Looks like we might have a plot on our hands here. Playable U.S. event. It is a playable U.S. event. So there's going to be a plot. Well, possibly 2 plots because... So plot will go... That's the only place that they can go. Yeah, plot goes, the priority is in countries with troops. So let's grab our plots here. All right, that was a 2 op. So let's see. We have to roll lower than the governance. So let's see if we can get 3s or higher than a 3. All right, looks like we have 1 successful. So we lose a cell because of that. So one of these 2 goes back into the cup. All right, so we have... I was just making sure the besieged regime didn't give me 1 auto success. The besieged regime only gives you the successes for recruiting. So we have 1 plot in Afghanistan, U.S. action phase. Okay, so I have to spend a 3 op to get rid of that plot if I want to do that. Play if Indonesia or an adjacent country has a cell. No, so I don't have to play that. Okay, so I don't have to play that. So I can use that to get rid of the terror plot. Or... I don't want to do that. That one's terrible. That one is terrible too. Both of these are just... they're both not even an option. I'm trying so hard to get these guys. Play of Saudi Arabia, shift the country 1 box toward adversary. I think I'll do Saudi Arabia. Because I'd rather, I mean, that's going to be adversary. I don't want adversary. I'd rather just be neutral. So it looks like Saudi Arabia. So I'll use that 3 ops to do that. Looks like Saudi Arabia is getting a little bit tired of us being in the area. I think that's... Now I get 3 ops. I will use that to remove that. That was a 3. That was a good thing that I did that. Second card. I don't have a 1. I might as well do that. Because I don't have troops in Iraq. So I might as well use this. Combined with my reserves. To... Well, actually, I think it would just do that. So I've used 3, 2 plus 1, 3. Those will go away at the end of the turn anyway, so... So I will use that again. Yeah, let's see if I can... I'm still trying to get... That's to be, if I do that, it'll be a -1. Let me disrupt some more. I think I'll just remove 1. You have to flip it and then you can remove it. So that you just... All right, so that's that. Let me double check. I don't know if this goes away at the end of the turn or the end of the phase. All right, so reserves don't go away to the end of the turn. So I still have two phases left to be able to utilize that. So that's good. All right, we're going back to the jihadis. Well, I could bet you that's going to be a plot. Playable non-U.S. event? No. Is this event playable? Play if Pakistan ally and marked with Fatah. Remove Fatah. Pakistan is not an ally. So that is not a playable event. Can we do a major jihad? No. Is a jihad possible in a good or fair country? That's the only one, and it is not possible because of this marker. So, no. Are there cells available? Yes. So we will recruit 2, and then there's only 2 that can be recruited, then I'll end up radicalizing one other. All right, so recruit in a regime change where troops minus the cells are greater than or equal to 5. So that would be 4. No. Then Islamist rule with cells less than 2 times the ops. 2 times the ops is 6. That is Somalia. So I think these 2 will go to Somalia. Now we will radicalize, which means we will travel. We will travel to Afghanistan. From Somalia. I would imagine that we would probably do the active cells first because we want to, cells want to stay, they want to stay hidden until they're ready to do their thing. All right, so that was the first card. Second card, that's not good. I think we'll just end up playing that. Playable non-U.S. event? Yes. Does it play cells? No. Play the event. U.S. discards a random card, -1 prestige. Place a cell in a Shia mixed country. You know what would be great is if that was the random card. If that was the random card. So we'll do this. It's not going to be. It'll be my my 3-op U.S. card that I've been saving. All right. So we will go right here. Yeah. Of all these, this is the one that goes. That's the one that I kind of wanted to. It was decent. So discard. That's going to hurt. That's super going to hurt. -1 prestige. Well, there goes that. Place a cell in a Shia mixed country. I cannot place a cell because I have no cells to place, so I will end up traveling. So obviously it'll go from Somalia to Afghanistan. And that is it. Well. That's not good. All right. I think I'll play homegrown. I'm going to use the ops, obviously. I will place a cell in the United Kingdom. I have no cells to place, so I will again travel. I will go from Somalia to Afghanistan. I will add this to my 1 reserve that I have over here, so this gives me a 3-op. I will again do a disrupt. War never ends here. That'll give me a prestige, which raises my prestige back to medium again. That was my first card. That card right there is just, that's just nasty. I will throw that away. I'm going to hold on to that. So inspect the Jihadi hand. Let's see what they've got. Both of those are terrible. Conduct a one-value operation. I don't think I can do anything. You may interrupt this action phase now to play an extra card. I'm not going to play an extra card. But what I think I can do... I think I can redeploy. I think I'll redeploy a guy. Yeah, I think I'm going to... I think I'm just going to move one guy back to the troops track up top. And then maybe I'll end up doing it again in Saudi. And then that way I can redeploy some guys maybe to Somalia. All right, so that was that. All right. Place a cell in the Philippines. I don't have Moro talk, so I can do that. Place a cell in the Philippines. Done. I think we have to test their posture. All right, so we played this, so now we've got cells. We've got the Abu Saif causing trouble in the Philippines. So there is a cell in the Philippines. I forgot to test them. So let's see what we got. It looks like they will be soft. The Philippines are soft. So that means the world is soft now. So we got that. So now I'll have a -1 penalty, which is not good. And let me see. No, that doesn't matter. Okay. So this one gets played. Play if you can select 2 unmarked Muslim countries. Place a cell in each or in 2 each if any Islamist rule. All right. So I would put 2 cells in each of these countries. That's a terrible. 2 unmarked Muslim countries. I think I can. I've got Jordan. I've got Turkey. I've got Sudan. I've got Mali way over here. I've got all these too. So I've got plenty. I don't know. We probably... I guess we'll just randomly determine what country it's going to be. So let me figure out what that's going to be. All right, so we just did this. So we did the regional Al-Qaeda. Looks like Al-Qaeda is ramping things up. Play if you can select 2 unmarked Muslim countries. So I had Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, Sudan, and then Indonesia, Malaysia, and then Mali too. And then if there's anybody with Islamist rule, I put 2 cells in each. Well, I don't have anybody, or I don't have the cells available. So I put Cadre. Cadre, I had to test them, of course. So they both, luckily I got fair governance and neutral in both of those, which that was That was a surprise. So now it is the Americans' turn. And I have this. This is the only card I can play. I think I will just throw this away. Because I'm not, there's no way I can't defeat 2 plots. So I think I'm just I can throw my last card away. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to end turn number 7. So let me do the fair good countries up by 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Poor Islamist countries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. So that is correct. Global war on terrorism relations. So there'll be a -1 penalty, GWAT penalty if I have to incur a penalty. Prestige is hovering. It'll be down to low before I know it. So that is it. It's not looking good. We got dirtbags in the Philippines. We got, believe it or not, dirtbags in Israel. Just dirtbags in Somalia. I cannot get the dirtbags out of Afghanistan. It's just, I cannot do it for whatever reason. So that's it. Turn number 7 in the books. Thanks.